There, dear Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. This is your mid-month reading. We're going to be doing the week-by-week analysis of the 15th to the 21st and the 22nd to the 28th. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may resonate a little before either end of that spectrum of time. Let us begin here with the week of the 15th to the 21st. We step into this week with the new moon in Aquarius right around the 15th Eastern Standard Time. There is a new beginning here, as I'm getting it, for you specifically as it pertains to matters that that engage your sense of, I'm hearing, power, okay, specifically in the workplace, of performance. What is it that I feel so capable of, okay, that I may feel I'm capable to also handle in terms of spontaneous, I'm hearing instruction. And I'm getting that there's this feeling of feeling very much in control and in command with that. And it's almost like I'm imagining someone who is almost in a new environment, in a new work environment, and they're suited up, and they feel very much at peace. I'm hearing at peace with their work, and even if, let's say, right, they haven't even, I'm hearing, gotten involved, okay, with I'm hearing performing specifically. I'm getting that there is a certain also test, perhaps, that someone is I'm hearing almost like giving you, but indirectly, not really giving it to you, but I'm hearing they have their eagle eye, okay? There may be a focus on projection. I'm hearing rules, okay? How is it that in a certain way we are also holding up certain boundaries, so to speak, as you may perceive it or how others may perceive it? There's a focus, though, yet again, on professionalism and holding up certain standards. The Mother of Cups is what you lead in with. The Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm getting strong illumination here, strong illumination. I'm hearing you've got your intentions set. And I'm getting that you feel support as well. The Empress upright, mirroring here the Mother of Cups. The Moon in reverse. Okay, I'm hearing booty, specifically with the Empress upright, whatever that may mean to you, however that may resonate with you. And that may be, right, interpreted in a number of ways, taken in a number of ways. You then have here the Three of Pentacles, mirroring the Empress, two threes, mirroring one another. The Nine of Pentacles upright, in reverse, but perhaps there's a question here of what to do with a certain pool of finances and resources that you, I'm hearing, are given, that you are endowed with, I'm hearing as well. Take it as you will. The Six of Wands upright that you lead out with. Two sixes. The Six of Pentacles as well. And sitting beneath this deck is the Son of Pentacles in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse, to which point the Hanged Man standing straight up in its grave. Perhaps a focus on the archetypes of Pisces and or Capricorn. I'm hearing Scorpio for you. Take it as you will. Taurus or Virgo. Okay. There's something very exciting here, Gemini. Whatever it is that you, I'm hearing, have discovered, that you have sort of fallen upon as well. It could be a sort of impression. It could be also a premonition, a vision. You feel that you are moving towards, I'm hearing, unmasking, demasking what it is that you are to make of this new beginning, to make of this, I'm hearing, this new schedule as well, I'm hearing. There's something here that you feel you are discovering. It's a discovery process. And you may be dealing with a Scorpio, okay, or it may have to do with matters that are related to the Scorpio archetype, which, right, where however it is that archetype is operating in your personal chart, which planets you've got in Scorpio or what planets you have in the 8th house, that, right, may be a focus for you. What is coming, I'm hearing, under scrutiny as well, I'm hearing for a number of you. I'm hearing your sense of discretion. I'm hearing viewers' discretion, and there's a focus here I'm getting on publicity, how it is that we are engaging and interacting with others in an extroverted way, and how in a certain way we are in control of that process, what it is that we choose, I'm hearing, to disclose specifically. There is a creative, I'm hearing, agency. There is a sense of perhaps creative agency. There is a focus on creative assets. There is a focus specifically on what I'm hearing is otherwise perceived as mundane, as practical, but it is not only that I'm getting, and you realize that, you feel in a certain way, and I'm imagining somebody who, I'm specifically imagining somebody who's in a new workplace, okay, or they take on a new sort of direction with their work, and they are introduced to certain paradigms of creativity, certain values also of creativity that engage perhaps finances and material assets, perhaps working with material matter as well, the actual, I'm hearing barren earth, and what it is that is not based, I'm hearing, in finances specifically, holds no meaning and value in the financial realm. And the feeling I'm getting is almost like, okay, well, what is considered creative? Technically, right? Creating material financial assets and goods is creative, it's constructive. You're creating something in a certain way that is tangible. I'm hearing a marker of success. But right, the sort of realm and range of creativity is so vast and so varied, Gemini, and I'm getting that you come to this realization, and it's, again, the feeling I'm getting is, well, there's also, right, the concept of birth, and that, right, is also a creative process, but it's almost, there's an intangibility as well to what we feel that we associate with what it is that we create. And it's this almost this personality that comes through your work, and this sort of personability as well that comes through your work, whereby you feel that you are identifying in perhaps a personal, also maternal way with what it is that you are literally, perhaps physically orienting yourself with. There's a question also of passion, and I'm hearing physical presentation, okay? And I'm hearing as well mathematics. So you may be working with what is sort of literal, what is also, I'm getting, again, tangible, and what is sort of a processing, a guidance that is housed in potential of passion. Okay, now you may feel that it's a matter of taking both sort of reins with the process of discovering what it is that we feel that we are, moving towards the clarity for, I'm hearing for and of, and it's almost like you may feel I'm working on a research team and we're all sort of working towards a similar objective, and what is it that I uncover here, what is it that I uncover there, and how does the range of how I discover things and my means and my method and modality all sort of contribute in their own manner, and I'm hearing mannerisms, I'm hearing yet again a focus perhaps on personality, what comes through, the way perhaps in which you discover what you discover, and how it is that how you discover what you discover influences what is actually perceived of what you create. Okay, maybe focus here. Okay, but there is a focus yet again on almost unearthing. Okay, unearthing matter specifically, and what drives you yet again to move physically through your work is a question of your principle and values of creativity. Now, Six of Wands upright, I'm getting that there is, whatever this test may be, is related to exactly that. And it may be a sort of projection of expectation that you set upon yourself. Okay, the Empress here is, okay, I'm getting mirroring, I'm hearing mirroring the Six of Wands. And you have the three sandwiching the moon. You've got the Six of Wands, 3 half of 6, mirroring one another, and the Six of Pentacles upright in your theme. You may be dealing with the actual physical earth, tangible matter. You may be dealing again with finances and career. And what it is, I'm hearing nighttime gardening, okay? What it is that you feel you're really attuning yourself to, you're getting really familiar with, and it's almost like I'm learning the lay of the land. And to do that, I've got to, I'm hearing work and play in the dark, and I've also got to work and play in the light. When the sun is out, I'm hearing, and I'm hearing the birds are singing specifically, okay? Take it as you will. There is a sense of revelation that surrounds your work. I'm hearing as well your work dynamic. I'm getting that you are almost finding your form, okay? And you're finding the sort of, I'm hearing a state of resonance, harmony that you feel you are in balance as and with, to perform and carry out the work that you feel that you are, I'm hearing, dutiful to in a certain way, okay, that you feel I am to carry this out. There may be, yet again, a supportive sort of, also almost like a vision, okay, a question of a potential romance, I'm hearing for a number of you, perhaps in the workplace, for a number of you, specific message coming through. Take it as you will. It could be taken in a number of ways, right? All matter of perception as well, perspective. You, I'm hearing, are getting down to the nitty and gritty though. And you are enjoying, okay, the time that is literally spent working. That's how I'm getting it here specifically for a number of you, specific message coming through for a number of you. there is this feeling that we are making progress. Okay, beautiful. Let's move into here the next week, the 22nd to the 28th. And I'm getting here for you, Gemini, that there is a sort of next level, okay, that you feel I'm moving into. Okay, next step. It's like, okay, well, this is, I'm hearing again, it's working in steps and stages. And there is a sense of preparation here, specifically with how it is that you familiarize yourself with what it is that you are literally perhaps working with. And it could be material financial assets. It could be a certain industry, okay, of work, a certain line of work. Let's move into this week here. Now, the Father of Swords upright, overlaying the Nine of Wands in reverse, followed by the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Cups upright with one another. I'm hearing mirroring one another. Crossover between work and matters that are inherently perhaps emotional. Okay. I'm hearing fun and enlivening. There may be a focus here on enjoying, okay, a lot. What is... I'm hearing not grounded. Okay, what is not necessarily contributing to what is constructive, and it's not necessarily in a negative or positive way, right? It's all a matter of perception and how it is that you take it. Personally, for you, Gemini, the Hanged Man is upright here, preceding this Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Swords upright, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing waiting, understanding, waiting to understand where it is that we stand emotionally, what it is that we really want. And there's perhaps a question of, perhaps I'm hearing a partnership on the work front. And the question is, well, how does this materialize? And I'm getting that you're spending a lot of time, perhaps, in the aspect of entertaining even the imagination, okay, of what it is that this can materialize as. Prospects, I'm hearing prospectively. You have here the Son of Pentacles. You may have someone here, I'm hearing, who's on guard. You may have someone here who I'm hearing is a financial specialist specifically. I'm hearing caretaker, whatever that may mean to a number of you, looking over at the Hanged Man. And they may be watching your work. I'm hearing watching your work, watching how you work, okay? And I'm hearing they're here for work. I'm hearing they're here for work. They are incredibly, I'm hearing it's like they're sent from someone. I'm hearing from outer space, outer bounds. It's almost like they're not involved in your industry in a certain way. Perhaps they're not involved in your work or in your team, your department in a certain way, perhaps. But they are to provide a certain perspective. And the feeling I'm getting for you, Gemini, is almost like there is someone who comes in, and this person is perhaps hold a certain prominence, okay, certain stature, so to speak, as some may perceive it or consider it, of knowing, I'm hearing, their craft. I'm hearing how it is to operate, I'm hearing specifically financially. And it's almost like they come in, and I'm imagining specifically like an MBA program, okay, where, for example, right, it's like they come in and they make a presentation as part of a certain case study. And it's almost like, hi everyone, like we're introducing so-and-so, and they have worked for XYZ a number of years within this company. I'm hearing, show them your craft, okay, show them your goods. I'm hearing, tell them who's boss as well, whatever that may mean to a number of you. They're, and I'm getting that it's like they come in and they sort of like, I'm hearing they show and they dance and they tell perhaps their stories and their tales, but they're very serious about whatever it is that they may have experienced and performed and also produced in whatever it is that they are, I'm hearing, attuned to. I'm hearing realm of finance specifically, okay. And so they are brought on in a certain way or introduced to what it is that is almost in its I'm hearing in its final chapters for a number of you, and what is also perhaps I'm hearing in its in state of awakening, okay, to almost provide a reference point, okay, a reference referential standing of what it is that you're in a certain way working with, financially perhaps. For a number of you, there may be, again, financial guidance here. I'm hearing guidance counselor for a number of you as well. But there is, I'm hearing also esoteric knowledge that is being focused upon, okay, for a number of you perhaps. But they are in a certain way guiding this process as you may see it, or as they may feel it, or how others may feel it, okay. There is here, with this particular situation or circumstance, the recognition that there is, I'm hearing a certain series of steps and stages to move through, and they may yet again give their sort of insights and guidance with that, and perhaps their perspective as working in a certain industry to serve, okay, to greater sort of bring about a sense of, I'm hearing also work ethic, okay, within the workplace. So there's a focus on professionalism here for you, Gemini, as I'm getting it. The Nine of Wands in reverse and the Father of Swords upright is what you lead in with yet again. Right around when the moon goes into your very own sign on the 22nd, Gemini. Gemini. Profound moment here, okay, right around these first few days of the week, 22nd, 23rd. There is a period, and I'm getting it specifically as you are prospective, okay? I'm hearing that you are specifically being introduced by someone or with someone. There's a sort of representative quality to whatever it is that this experience is presenting itself as, or presenting you as, okay? And it's almost like I'm imagining someone who, yet again, is at a new job, okay? It's like a new workplace. And you are being introduced to so many different people, for example, okay, I'm hearing so many names and so many faces. You are, yet again, it's what seems to be a sort of mild interaction, I'm hearing, holds with it, I'm hearing a wild, I'm hearing stare, specifically for a number of you. And it's almost like, the way that they looked at me, okay, for a number of you, it's almost like you feel like you're being watched, okay. For a number of you, take it as you will. It could resonate differently for everyone, whatever that may mean to you. I'm getting that there's a seriousness, though, and you're taking something seriously. You may be dealing with an individual who is almost, I'm hearing astute, okay, who is, I'm hearing a reference as well, okay, who serves as sort of reference for you. But there's a question of exactly what it is that their role is, and it's almost like maybe something is unclear with this individual, perhaps, specifically. Or this could be your own energy, how it is that you are coming off to others, and what it is that you are projecting yourself as in this certain series of events. And I'm imagining specifically a situation where there is a certain like conference, and it's like a few days of a conference, and you are kind of going around, okay, from booth to booth, and you're introducing yourself. And how is it that you are projecting your values specifically in such a way that doesn't totally illuminate, okay, and I'm hearing also eliminate what it is that you feel is your sense of, I'm hearing personal progress through this, I'm hearing this chapter, these events. How is it that you are, I'm hearing you remain composed, okay, and there is a focus here on perhaps what it is that you feel is fundamental to your method and your mode of communication. And it's almost like in whatever it is that I say, in whatever it is that I speak, I'm going to include this one tagline, for example, okay? And then people are going to be able to recognize me by way of that. I'm getting, though, that you're like, I don't want it to be too frilly. I don't want it to be too very masquerade. I want there to feel, to come along with it a sense of authenticity, of character. Okay, I'm hearing signature, my signature. But yet again, with this individual, for a number of you, you may feel something is not quite direct with this individual, okay. Five of Wands in reverse is your theme, overlaying the Father of Cups upright. There's a focus on the Seven of Wands in reverse that leads you into the next I'm hearing chapter wave. There is a focus here on clarifying exactly by way of your intuition, and I'm hearing your emotional sort of barometer, what direction you want to move in creatively, okay? And there may have been a lot of options with that, and there may have been a certain individual, I'm hearing illustrator specifically, Daughter of Cups in reverse, who in some shape or form was related to perhaps presenting you with these different options, okay? And I'm hearing different paperweights specifically, okay? And the question is, well, what do I feel? Not because I'm feeling it, but because I am feeling, okay, how I resonate. And I'm almost like, it's like I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to feel with my hands, okay, how it is that I am feeling specifically, feeling. Also, in a collaborative way, in a dynamic way. And it's almost like, let's close our eyes, okay, and almost observe each other energetically. And this is for a number of you. It may be a question of dynamic partnerships. It may be a question of how are we creatively engaging with one another. And before we do this duet, okay, let's hang. I'm hearing hang a bit I'm hearing in the recess. Okay, at recess, take it as you will. I'm hearing backstage and just sort of connect. Okay, on another level. All right. But again, the focus here is on matters of creativity. I'm hearing also communication. And Gemini, you may be feeling that there is a certain creative direction that you are to take. And what it is that you come to is, yet again, by way not of what is determined. I'm hearing also personified through, I'm hearing the opinions of others, specifically the forms of others that are in a certain way depicted through their own work, okay, or the form that their work takes on, okay, so to speak, but by way of what you know, okay, resounds and rings true for you. And it's almost like I'm seeing somebody who is in like a paper shop, okay, specific sort of vision coming through. Somebody who's in a paper shop and they are they're like testing out all these different papers for printing in some kind of way, okay? And it's like the person working there is like, well, I love this one and I love that one and I love this one and okay, and then so you're hearing, okay, I'm hearing the intake, you're taking it in, taking it all in, you're taking in certain suggestions and you're listening, okay, but at the end of the day, you realize that what is, I'm hearing your working paradigm is housed in a matter of feeling, yet again, a matter of feeling and how you gauge, okay, your sense of resonance, okay, through that process that is otherwise creative could be the focus here for you, absolutely. And communicating to perhaps others in the team that work with you, or perhaps whoever it is that I'm hearing is servicing, okay, this venture I'm hearing as well, maybe a focus, okay, but I'm getting, again, specifically as it pertains to two individuals who are performing with one another, okay, moving backstage, I'm specifically envisioning almost like in the dark, and it's like, let's, yet again, let's see how it is that we connect, let's see how it is that we find form before we perform, okay? And again, finding form by way of almost flowing energetically and finding where it is that sort of resonance factor lies without exactly, I'm hearing determining it by way of showing it, okay, by way of literally performing, and it's almost like I'm specifically imagining two individuals who are backstage who are to sing together or to play together, and they're like, well, let's harmonize sort of energetically or vibrationally in terms of how it is that we also are in relationship to one another outside of what it is that we are creating and performing, that then helps illuminate, okay, what it is that we feel is the creative principle of how it is that we connect, okay, and find form. And so it's almost like when we connect, by connecting backstage, I'm hearing specifically, we then come on stage in such a way where we are able to truly collaborate, okay, in a way that is a reflective process of how it is that we create when we are not on stage, okay? So focus here perhaps on what it is that precedes and sort of is instilled as a nucleus of form, okay, the concept of creation in terms of, and as it may be perceived as intention or felt as intention. What is the intention that we're setting before we are committing to whatever it is that we're committing to? What is sort of the vibration I'm hearing as well of what it is that we want to carry out? And I'm hearing perform for a number of you. What is it that I'm hearing connect on and with before it is that we show in a physical way how it is that what we create in a certain way is a reflection of how we are already connected. Okay, and it's almost like I'm literally seeing two people who are backstage, and I'm seeing it almost like as a diamond. Okay, they go backstage, and then they go to opposite sides of the stage where they enter as individuals almost, right? It's like one comes from each side of the stage, and then they come together right in the front, back together again. And it's almost like the way that they come together here, it's like the audience is, well, they're connected, okay. But then in the backstage, right, they were also connected. And the way that they connect in this backstage is the way that they sort of come together in the front stage, okay, as well, so to speak. So the focus for you, Gemini, maybe yet again, on that reflective process, okay, I'm hearing of stairs. And how is it that, I'm hearing with the lights off, we feel that we can still be connected, right? When we're not on stage, when we're not sort of performing, when we're not literally creating something, how is it that we still feel, and that we feel also in precedence, okay, of creating something physical or also public or performed, or pronounced? We are in a state of creating, okay, and creating specifically intention and vibration. Thank you so very much, Gemini, for tuning into your video. Love and light to you, and I highly recommend you check out your Venus, your rising sign. I'm hearing your Mars for a number of you as well. Your rising, ascendant, yes, and your moon, okay. If this is not your sun sign, then you may want to check out your sun sign as well, okay. Love and light to you, dear Gemini. Have a beautiful, beautiful February, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi there, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. And quick message here before we close the video out. In terms of communication, I'm getting that communication may be central, may be focus, okay, specifically for that vision coming through for two individuals, let's say, in trying to find their sort of resonance. Matters of communication, as I'm getting it for you, Gemini, here specifically may be integral to that, and really communicating, okay, really, I'm hearing heart space, communicating from a place of, I'm hearing open-endedness, how it is that we are sort of an open book even, so to speak, as we may perceive it or feel it with others. How is it that we are really communicating in a way where we are accepting, okay, of what sort of the response to what it is that we communicate may be, and vice versa, remaining sort of open, okay, to how it is that that sort of natural sort of communicative process flows, okay? So matters of communication may be integral yet again. There may be a focus in terms of how it is that we connect sort of off stage and how it is that we connect on stage, so to speak, and really what is the stage or any stage or the more important stage being perhaps a focus there, okay, for debate. So thank you so much again for tuning in, Gemini. Love and light to you, and I'll talk to you soon.